Right, TSMC built a new 5nm chip factory in Arizona. Oh, to build, they've not built. Can't even speak anymore.
No.
In Arizona with US backing. Okay. So
with US backing, you mean US government backing?
I just cut the word out to try and speed up reading it.
Okay.
Thank you for...
It's fine.
Never mind, I'll just keep talking for the next 2 hours.
Yeah, just keep going, darling. It's fine.
Takes plenty of diplomatic and supply chain security boxes with burnt state tip by less mega happy in 2020. Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, TSMC they make processors and chips, don't they?
I didn't know that until a few weeks back.
Biggest chip maker will build a $12 billion factory in Arizona. Strong partnership in the US. The new plant will employ 1,600 people. That's interesting.
We'll begin next year and estimate the production will begin in 2024.
That's quick to get a production plant online. Usually it takes 5-10 years, doesn't it?
Does it?
Well, these things are like massive facilities, so you have to build an entire factory basically.
Okay.
Then fit all this really, really highly sensitive equipment into it.
Yeah.
Then you have to calibrate it all and make sure it's all set up right.
Okay.
So it's usually 5 or 6 years before you start printing.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to be live in 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Quick. The new plan comes as Trump administration pushes for more domestic chip production.
Yeah, because don't forget, it usually takes a while to get to the building stage.
Yeah.
Because if they're just now getting the funds to do it, you'd imagine something like that, you'd take a year or two to actually design and build. Not design and build, to do the design for.
Yeah.
Before you start thinking about like what contractor's going to make this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
Providing they can do it, and providing it's true. US has dozens of factories, but only Intel's are capable of making 10nm.
Or smaller.
I mean, can Intel make smaller than 10nm? I think that's debatable. I mean, it's not debatable whether they can do it, but it's debatable whether they can do it at any scale which is worth talking about.
Okay.
Other local outfits have backed off building large cutting-edge fabs because they require huge initial investment. Yeah. It's basically just TSMC and Global Foundries now, isn't it? And even Global Foundries isn't even going to 7.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is TMC the one we looked at last week, and it was like the 2nm one?
Yeah, they're the ones that announced that they're going to go to 2nm.
Okay.
So, let's put that into context from what we learned last week.
Okay.
We know 5nm is coming probably next year.
Yeah?
Like, when we know it's already kind of here with the new iPhones.
Yeah.
So, in 3 years' time, we should be at 3nm.
Okay.
In their main facilities.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of years later, we should be hitting 2. So this is going to be equivalent of what 12nm is at Intel.
Okay.
When it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Because everywhere else is going to be like half.
Yeah.
So that context should really come into how excited we feel about this.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't necessarily mean that it'll be that impressive.
Yeah.
I think this is a security thing because I think it's in Taiwan at the minute.
Okay.
The current TSMC's current fabrication.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So it's not like it's in China.
Okay.
But I think it's a security thing.
Okay.
I imagine it'll be used by a lot of government contracts to make sure everything's up on the up and up.
Mm-hmm. Is this true though?
Is it true? Well, let's go into is it true. What should we search for? 5nm, US government, USA. Let's just search that out. Does anything come up which is actually official? No. Let's go to the desktop.
Coughing.
Let's go to TSMC's own website.
Yeah. Let's do that.
And see if there's actually anything here. Blog, recent events. You would have thought it'd be like latest news. There we go.
You would have thought it would have been straight.
Latest news. TSMC announces intention to build and operate an advanced semiconductor fabrication in the United States.
Yes.
So this is actually on the TSMC website.
It is.
What do they say about it? TSMC today announced its intention to build and operate an advanced semiconductor fab in the United States with mutual understanding and commitment to support the US federal government and Arizona.
Facility will be built in Arizona.
Will
utilize TSMC's 5nm technology for semiconductor wafer fabrication. I noticed that after. I was like wafer fabrication. Have a 20,000 semiconductor wafer per month capacity.
Yeah. Create over 1,600 high-tech professional jobs directly, and thousands of indirect jobs.
And then it says here, construction planned to start in 2021, while production will begin in 2024.
Yeah.
So in theory, they only got 3 years to build it.
And will approximately $12 billion from 2021 to 2029. This certainly enables us to better support our customers and partners.
Also gives us
imagine customers and partners is very much the US government.
Yeah. It also gives us more opportunity to attract global talents.
This project is critical strategic components of our competitive US semiconductor ecosystem and allows leading US companies to fabricate their cutting-edge semiconductor products within the US.
Okay.
Because I don't think 20,000 wafers is that much, is it?
No.
How many wafers do AMD use from TSMC? Let's look how many wafers are currently being used.
Jan 2nd, 2020.
So this is from January, and they was talking about AMD currently using 140,000 wafers per month.
Yeah.
So to put the 20,000 in perspective.
Yeah.
Just AMD is using well over 100,000 at the current facility, and that's just one of their customers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is not going to be like a massive thing from the sound of it. It's going to be a big project to do, but it's not going to be anywhere on the scale of their Taiwan business.
Okay.
This is going to be for very specific projects that need to be in America, basically.
Okay. For the US government, I guess.
I'm just wanting to add that in because it said something about supporting our partners, and like obviously we're not talking customers aren't the US public, partners aren't like AMD.
Yeah. Because
they require way more than they may require way more chips than this is going to produce. Apple will be using way more chips than this is going to produce. Yeah. So it's not really for that. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
So what does it mean for us? Well, we're in the UK, so
nothing.
Fuck all. But
what does it mean?
What does it mean for someone who's sat in America right now? Well, also not that much, to be honest. I very strongly suspect all your AMD chips and your mobile phone chipsets and motherboard chipsets and all of this stuff is all going to still be made in the Taiwan, like the main factory. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Taiwan. Someone will probably correct me if I'm wrong. It'll all still be made there because there just isn't going to be the supply from this American factory.
Yeah.
You'll probably never actually have a piece of hardware from it unless it's like a security camera or something very security specific.
Yeah.
Other than that, what does it mean globally? Well, it's an interesting one because I don't really think it means that much.
Yeah.
When it comes out, this is going to be an old process node.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird to think, like 5 nanometer, it's going to be old. But like, we're seeing the first things come out on that process this year.
Yeah.
And that's 4 years away.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be an established... It's either going to be the most established node in all the facilities at that point, or more than likely it's going to be getting out of date when it comes online.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's going to be... What's the word? It's like a cutting edge facility that America's buying here.
Yeah.
This is going to be fairly old, even before it's built.
Yeah.
So even if America does have this facility and it's building all these chips from, the ones that they're going to be making in the other factory are still going to be better because they're going to be ahead. So I don't know if that's kind of I don't know if that's intentional.
If that's the point or not.
I don't know if that's intentional or whether they plan on upgrading this in the future.
I don't know.
Along with the other stuff. But it'd be weird to kit something out with 5 nanometer in 4 years from now.
Yeah.
And then instantly update it to 3 nanometer. You'd think you'd either just instantly go to that.
Yeah.
And plan to come out in 2025 or something. Because it wouldn't be worth investing in all the 5 nanometer kit for a year.
Yeah,
you wouldn't get a return on your investment. It costs billions to set all this stuff up.
Yeah.
So on a more global scale, like what TSMC is doing feels a bit weird. I don't know if they want to keep all of their cutting edge stuff in the main factory, and they don't want to leave America having their own facility for it.
Yeah.
Which
maybe
feels like it could be.
Maybe, yeah.
We've gone through what it means for us.
Yeah.
And what it means for
everyone else.
More globally. Beyond that, I think that's about it.
Yeah. All our videos are produced live on Twitch each Sunday at 12 PM GMT. Follow us over there to voice your opinions and comments. Maybe even get your thoughts into the next video.